good afternoon, and welcome to this special Islandstats Sports Talk. I'm your host, Earl Basden, and joining me, I have representatives of Windermere Preparatory School as well as Florida Ski School. We want to jump right into because there's opportunities for people, young people around the island, surrounded by water, to get involved in a sport, just get involved in something that could possibly lead to an entire different career and having a good time at it as well. We want to start off by first saying thank you for the time and welcome. Let's start with Florida Ski School, because obviously that's an added attraction to what Windermere Preparatory School offer, because they offer quite a bit of things outside of the school, in collaboration with the school. So let's talk a little bit about this Florida Ski School. Now, in Bermuda, many would think Florida Ski School, where's the snow? Where's the ice? Where's the slopes? But we're talking skiing on the water.
Yes.
Can you just give us a bit of background on the school itself?
Yeah, so we started back in 2011, and I'm a pro water skier. I competed for 20 years. And we decided to teach everybody how to ski, wakeboard, wake surf, and pro level, but also beginner level. And it's a wonderful sport. And we started to train a lot of kids, and there's been big success. And we getting more boats and more coaches, and we having great success with our students. They became they made podiums in tournaments, from nationals to international tournaments.
So let me ask. They have because it's done. It's a regional thing as well. So how often are competitions for skiing on the East Coast?
So it typically starts in March. The ski season starts in March and finishes in November. And you pretty much have tournaments every weekend.
Okay. Well, we have a lot of people that in school doing sailing and doing football, and so it's a similar thing. It's an attachment to a sport that competes,
Yeah.
kind of seasonal.
Yeah.
So
So once you're good enough, you're gonna have tournaments, state, and then
international tournaments, and you can enter into those tournaments as you wish.
Oh, okay. Now, help me understand, because there's got to be some technical work to this skiing, and you can't just put your feet into the ships and the boat takes off and you hold on for dear life. So, what are some of the things? Because the school's open for beginners as well, right?
Yes.
So trying to convince someone that it's safe to, because we could all see somebody doing it and they're rather good at it. But if I'm going to start it, what's some of the basics I need to understand how this is going to progress, to get me to a level where I'll be competing on a weekly basis, just regional, not international yet?
Yeah, so we're going to teach you from the very beginning. You'll have a coach, a private coach in the boat with you, and he's going to start with the basics, and he's going to help you to go in the water. He's going to teach you what to do first, how to stand up on skis, and then eventually, progress week by week until you can
start learning the tricks that you need to know to be able to enter into the competitions.
Yeah.
Sure. Now, is there a lot of land training as well? Because a lot of sports that do a lot of water sports have a lot of land training.
Yeah. So we'll practice on and off water. We'll have especially for tricks. You have more land practice. But yes, we do both. We do on land and also on the water.
Yeah. Now, obviously, what is the average age of the school that you have with people taking part?
So we teach very young, but I think starting 5, 6, we can really start.
But the average for competing, I would say it's
more 10,
more
12.
around between 10 and 13 years old. That's the age where they start knowing if that's a career they're going to want to pursue.
Oh, well. And with our partnership at Windermere,
I do want to jump to. Yeah, I was just going to come to you, Amy, at Windermere. How did this partnership and relationship, kick off, kind of thing?
Well, since Windermere Prep, we have the Florida Ski School in our backyard. So it pretty much, if you look at an aerial view of Windermere Prep itself, we're in Central Florida. We're surrounded by lakes, and Frank is very familiar with the 13 Finger Lakes that are around Windermere itself. So we've known about Florida Ski School for a while. This was just the year that we finally made the connection. I think Frank reached out to our director of the high school and realized that we were in, first of all, the proximity is very close to our boarding facilities. And then the lake, like I said, is in the Windermere Prep backyard pretty much. So we're able to easily get our students to the lakes and to get skiing with Frank.
Yeah. And our training program.
Good.
Sorry, our training program, it's designed to fit very seamlessly into the academic and the athletic lifestyle of the Windermere Prep students. And because we are so close, the program that we offer the expert instruction in wakeboarding, wake surfing, water skiing, and wake foiling. And the students, they have the benefit of being offered the personalized coaching depending on their level, flexible scheduling, so that we will fit the coaching into their schedule of the school. And of course, access to top of the line boats, because we always have the 2024 25 top of the line ski nautics and brand new equipment, so they have access to all of the top level things, plus we fit into their schedule, so it makes it very easy for them to combine academics and training at the same time.
Yeah. So the student will attend Windermere Prep and then come to you for kind of activities, and then finish their day or however it works. But let me ask you, what's the difference between lake skiing and open water skiing? Is there a difference?
That's I think it's the waves.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
So I started on the sea. So back in the day, I started on the sea, and and it's very similar. We have tournaments on the sea as well, and but it's behind the boat,
I think it's just more movement.
There's more movement, more current, and the conditions are not as nice. We like lakes better because the water is more calm, and. But that's a technical question. But lakes are much better for water skiing.
Yeah, and the other programs, because I heard you say the wakeboarding and other things, just to be on the water and being able to balance, it's an art form. How long did I know you, Frank? You said you started when you was 2 or 3, but getting used to balancing and moving at the same time, and moving at a speed. How's that transition?
I mean, getting up is actually really quick. We have easy process to do it, but then to get better, then it will take time. But I think in a week of practicing, you can already know the basics.
Yeah, and because it's an individual sport, right? This is not something that is being as a group, like you're playing, soccer, or basketball, or whatever. This is individual coaching. So the coach is paying attention to you and what you're doing and giving you direct attention for 20, 30 minutes at a time. So the improvement happens in a much faster pace than it would if you are in a group of 20 kids trying, to shoot a hoop or do something else that is a group-based sport.
Let me ask you, because this is something I've noticed, and to clear things, I used to be an educator as well, educated for a couple of years, but I've noticed of late, a lot of our young people are not classroom environment type, all day type. They want to be outside. They want to be doing something. How can the ski school kind of help a young person or any person, with schoolwork, just by being involved in something outside of the classroom?
I mean, I think that water skiing is a very, very special sport because you are combining water, nature, and the sun. So it's all the things that our body crave, right? It's what we need. We need to be
Yeah.
outside a lot of times. So it's not only a connection with nature that really helps, people of all ages, not just children, but also very different than being, inside a basketball stadium or somewhere that it's indoors. This is extremely helpful for children with attention deficit disorders or any other kind of issues that they may face. The water sports is, from what we've seen,
Calm them
and
down.
it calms them down, and it really makes them. It helps with the attention span when they're back in the classroom. Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm looking for, because a lot of people, especially in Bermuda, I've noticed that a lot of kids get frustrated by being, in a classroom or, for a long period of time, and something of the nature of being outside and doing something that they would really love kind of relaxes their mind and then allows them to learn a little easier.
Yeah.
Amy, let me ask you about Windermere, because obviously, you're doing the educational part, a lot. Have you seen improvements in the kids that do like stuff outside in recreational, formats?
100%. And Windermere Prep, in addition to the partnership with Florida Ski School, we also have partnerships for soccer with Idea Sport, which we actually were on your show a few years ago.
Yes.
To talk about that as well. So, and our school also is an outside school. So just during the school day with the curriculum that's being taught, a lot of our teachers take our students outside to learn because they want that nature. They want that surrounding. We have a beautiful school. It's very aesthetically pleasing. It's in Central Florida, so it's very warm, 365 days a year. We have, barring the rain, we have really good weather. So having the soccer programs, having our swim programs, having this Florida ski program, it gives so many options for our students and resources. So it really does enhance that when they go back into the classroom, they're calm. They have just a sense of being able to focus just because they have that mix up, that shake up of their day every day. So I agree.
Sure. Frank, can I ask you, because as an athlete, many people see talented athletes that do well, for themselves, especially in individual sports, and then they try to maneuver into the coaching aspect. How did that transition work for you? Because some people, when they do an individual sport, always look to have people be as good as them or put in as much work as them. So the transition for you to become a coach and to run a school, how was that for you?
Yeah, I mean, it was very easy because I did it since I was 18. I was started to teach. I love teaching, students. I traveled the entire world teaching young kids how to ski, and then and when I moved here, I always wanted to open the ski school. And
so before we opened the ski school, he would travel around the world doing clinics. So the South African team, Colombian teams all over the world would hire him to go and spend 1 to 2 weeks coaching their team.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So he already had a very extensive knowledge of how to coach, the professional children that were competing on that level. And then when he moved to Florida in 2011, and he met me, and we had to open the ski school here. And he's like, I can't be away anymore. I said, okay, I have a solution. Let's come to us.
Okay.
So that's how it happened.
Yeah, that was before. I used to travel a lot. Yeah. And then, I coached South African team, Australian team, and Peruvian team. Yeah. And went all over the world to teach them, and then now they come here.
They come here, and then a lot of these students that came here originally to be with us, they ended up going to Windermere Prep because Florida is amazing. Orlando specifically, because of how many lakes we have, and the weather ends up being a huge hub for for water skiers from all over the world, either to
Mhm.
come live here and invest in the training, or seasonally, coming to Orlando area to train and then going back to their hometowns.
Sure.
And we have several students who also have gone on to collegiate level, Division I, and then right nearby is Rollins College, which is a huge water ski college as well. And we have 3 or 4 students who are attending Rollins College right now for water ski and wakeboard.
So there is that progression.
Yep.
Do you see the students after they leave Windermere, and do you still see them progressing in your ski school, although they might be in university or college?
Yeah, we see them at competitions all the time.
So they go to Rollins in college level, but they can also go to a national team, and they compete all over the world. If they're good enough, they can go to World Cups. They can go to Australia for pro tournaments, or in Europe during the summer season.
Yeah. So Amy, Windermere will be in Bermuda next week. Just offering yourself up to anyone that's interested in joining not only Windermere but getting involved in and seeing if their young person is something that they want to get involved in the Florida Ski School. I think having the opportunity to have a sit down and speak to you in more in depth and find out more about the program. Can you just give out the dates that you'll be in Bermuda and where you will be?
Absolutely. So I will be attending the Schools to Know boarding fair in Hamilton. It'll be at the Hamilton Princess Hotel, April 28th through the 30th. So, send me an email. I would be happy to set up some time to meet with you at the hotel. So any students that are families who are interested in boarding, as well as our ski school partnership, I would love to meet with you when I'm in town, when I'm in Bermuda.
Yeah. Well, I'm hoping that at least we get to start this off. We get one person to join the school and put the skis on. And then obviously word of mouth in Bermuda travels fast. And people tend to, if somebody likes something, they just needed to know a friend does it. And they kind of latch on. And then when they come back and do it in the Hamilton Harbor or somewhere on the water, people just seem to gravitate to it. So I know, skiing would be another avenue and another way to start a business as well. I mean, if you educate yourself enough and you become good enough at something, then you can become a teacher at it. And in Bermuda, we have a wide population of tourists that come in on cruise ships, come in just to visit, and another opportunity to go skiing on the waters of Bermuda, not just fishing. So,
absolutely. And if you need to, we'll come out there and we'll do a demo for you guys.
There you go.
We'll bring a coach and you guys can demo water skiing.
Earl, have you ever been water skiing?
Have I ever? Sorry.
Have you ever gotten on the water on a ski?
I've swam. I've watched people hit the water, and that's just like hitting the road. It all looks fun while you're up holding on and you're going fast, but
I know. Frank makes it look so easy. He makes it look like you could do anything.
Just practice.
That's
true. That's true. Well, I want to thank you very much for joining me, and we look forward to, if you do get on the island, to see you and talk to you more in depth about the program at Florida Ski School, and as well, Amy, at Windermere Prep, because I think we saw the benefit of us having this conversation a few years ago, and hopefully this conversation reaps some reward for someone in Bermuda, and as well as both schools in having a Bermudian attend come September.
Yes,
that'd be great. Well, thank you so much, Earl.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you. You too. Nice meeting you, Earl.
Okay. All righty. Bye.
Bye.